Hello everyone and welcome back to My Life Deliberately. I'm in the small shed that's located next to my pole barn. You guys often see that in the videos as the background when I'm milling wood. This shed is 12 feet by 24 feet and I've decided to store my chainsaws in here and my chainsaw equipment, and I've decided to build a workstation to sharpen chains and to work on the chainsaws. So I'm going to take this corner. I'm going to build myself a workstation. A couple days ago, you guys saw me saw up some cottonwood. I don't know what cottonwood's good for, but I think it'll be fine for this. So what I did is I cut up 8 2x6s, 1x12, and 2 2x12s, and I took the two 2x12s and glued them together to create a top that'll be 24 inches deep. And then the whole table is going to be 24 inches by 87 inches. And probably the only thing I did differently is you might notice that I put a groove all the way around the inside of the skirt of the tabletop. And my plan is, because a solid tabletop will want to expand and contract, so rather than screw that down directly to these boards, what I'm going to do is insert a washer into here and then screw that washer up into the table and tighten it down, and that'll press the table down against the skirt, but will also allow the table to expand and contract because there's room inside the groove for the washer to move back and forth. So that's maybe that's the only thing that's a little bit different about this build. I'm gonna use the wall to support most of the weight, and then I'll have 2 legs in the front on both sides. I've cut most of the pieces already. I'm using 2x6 material. Could have done 2x4 material, but I used 2x6. And so yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started on that, and we'll see how it goes. So the first thing I need to do is attach this board to the back of the wall, and I've pre-drilled holes where all the studs are, so we'll go ahead and do that. That's actually really good right there. Nice. One thing I noticed about the cottonwood is it's lightweight, but it's also pretty soft. So I've moved back outside now, and this is the 2 pieces of 2x12s that I milled up on the sawmill, and I glued those together to create one tabletop that's 2x24. And it's not cut to the right length yet, but right now I'm going to use it as a temporary work surface to put these 2 boards together. I'm going to screw them in at 90 degrees to each other, and these will become the legs. And there'll be one on the right side of the front and one on the left side of the front to help support the work table. So I pre-drilled holes here for the screws. So although I'm finding that cottonwood's fairly soft, so I don't think there's much risk of splitting, but nonetheless, just to be careful. Just pre-start these screws. All right, one leg down, one more to go. Just pre-drilling those holes for the screw. So I'm going to temporarily attach these legs to the base here, and then until I mount this cross piece across, then I'll straighten out the legs a little bit, make sure they're level, they're straight up and down. That should be fairly close. Okay, and do the same thing over here. Okay, all that's left now is to cut the table to length, the top, and put the top on. So let me measure that and make sure. It should be 87 inches, but I'll double check it. And then what I'll do is cut one end square, and then I'll bring it in here, set it on here, and mark the other end, and take it back out. I've marked the line that should be square using the this square from both sides. So I'm going to take a circular saw and cut this off. Should be accurate enough, you know. I mean, it is just a workbench top, so it doesn't need to be super accurate, but I think a skill saw will do fine for what I'm doing. So did I mention that cottonwood was lightweight? Until you get a 24-inch piece up there. All right, I think that'll work. That's looking pretty good. I think what I'll do is I cut on the mill, I cut a 1x12, so I think I'll take that and trim it down and kind of make an edge around here, so that way pieces don't fall off the back. Although if they do, I can easily pick them up, but still, nonetheless, put a little edge on here. help hold things up here. So let me cut that. So I measured that edge to be 4 inches and 5/16. So I put a straight edge on here, drew a line. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out, and then we'll have to trim this to length. I might need a second piece to go along the side, but maybe there's enough here with this to do that. We'll see. But first thing I do is cut it off and put it in there. So I will need to cut a second strip. So let's just use this as a straight edge. right, guys, so this is the workbench so far. I still need to attach the table from underneath, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up the glue line here. I'm gonna let the table dry for a few more days, and then I'm going to sand it down and put a polyurethane finish on both sides. When you're dealing with solid wood, you need to put a finish on both sides, even though the underside is not exposed. If you don't, it'll end up losing more moisture from one side than the side that's protected with the polyurethane, and then you'll end up with cupping in your board. So yeah, so it's always a good idea to finish both sides of your wood, so that way as it dries out, it loses moisture evenly. So, but anyway, I think a polyurethane finish on here will help protect it from oil and grease and so forth. When I put chainsaws up here, and then the other thing I need to do is pick up a bench vise and mount that here. The height of the table is 39 inches. Might seem a little bit high for some people, but for me, I've got other benches that I've built that are this height, and I like this height because I don't have to bend over to do stuff, so it's a little easier on the back, I think. Of course, that means when you put something up here, it's a little bit higher, but that's okay. You know, this works well for me, so I don't have to bend over so much, and long days, your back doesn't hurt as much. So anyway, so that's it for this build. So I built a chainsaw workstation with my sawmill, and it's kind of nice to be able to mill your own lumber and make stuff. Like I said, I have never worked with cottonwood before. It does seem a little bit fuzzy, so we'll see what happens when I sand it down. Might have to do something about that, but yeah, other than that, it's lightweight. It is a softwood, so you know, I don't know how it holds up to the elements outside. I would think not well, but certainly good enough for stuff to be painted. So anyway, so that's it for today. Like and subscribe if you would. I appreciate you guys watching and sticking with me on the channel. And leave your comments. I'd like to hear them. Thanks.